It's hauling time. It's the first Wednesday of the month. So that means we go over what we ended up hauling all of last month. So let's see what we have on the first big haul 2026. So we have a story that we end up going with. Story. Reverse. Then we have a certain way that we end up doing it. We have manga, independent, DC, and then Marvel. So that's how we ended up breaking it down. We're going to have each different collections that's going to go over with it. Last month, unfortunately, we didn't get any manga that going on. So we're going to skip that, go directly into the independents. So starting off with the independents, the first book that we're going to cover is from Dynamite, and that is Thundercats. Yes, I'm in the process of reading it. That's why I have a little bookmark on it. This is Thundercats, the classic years, the omnibus, and this is definitely a big book. This is pretty chunky, and that comes over with it. And this is covering the star years of, well, Thundercats. And if you don't know what Star Comics was, that's something that comes from Marvel. So you have the original Marvel run that's in this. This is a Deacon cover. And I was super excited to be able to pick this up because this was a backer kit project, and that's why I ended up picking it up from. Another crowdfunded project. And it gave me that entire dip down into it. Spoilers, heads up. This isn't like a direct copy of the entire series like I thought it would end up being. Stay tuned. Later on this month, there's definitely going to be a review. I've been kind of tempted just to dash right through it to be able to read it, or just keep on trying to break it down because I'm planning on also doing a real deep dive video as well into it. So you're going to have a review and a deep dive. The next, well, independent books, I guess, that we ended up having. This actually was printed through Marvel, or printed as Marvel, would be, that's right, Kickstarter of Transformers. This has the mix of both the United States and the UK stories that's inside. And this actually has 1, 2, 3, and 4 different books that's inside there. So this is a 4 different hardcover compendium with a nice premium touch to it. It was a solid pickup. It was definitely something I was looking forward to because as soon as I saw G.I. Joe, I'm like, if they do Transformers, I am boned. And obviously, I was boned because they ended up doing the Transformers. Pretty box, awesome way to be able to display it and keep it in there. And it's nice and solid. So that's from Skybound. That's that project that goes on with that. Now, probably comes to the biggest book that I have in the collection. I still have no clue where it's going to be coming over. But before we jump into that biggest book, it's important to say that was all the independents that we ended up having. And if you want to have a haul of your own, you can go over to Panel Bomb Comics, where you can end up using the code of Fifth Jack to save $2 off. You got 4 or more books. You use the code Jacket together to save 5% off your entire order instead. Orders of $30 or more ends up getting free shipping. So that's a nice way that goes over with that. So coming back over, talking about the biggest book. And honestly, had the most buzz that comes over with it. Why? Picked up the first Absolute for the channel. I felt like I had to reward DC for ended up doing an awesome Absolute. Plus, I got it at a good price. If you don't know, this is a deluxe edition of the Absolute Death of Superman. And it is limited to 1,993. Why is that? That's the year that the story came out. I still have no clue where I'm going to put this, but I love the idea that they have where they have the box, and then you actually have the Absolute and all the goodies that's inside. Or if you're curious, this was number 1,472. My friend Jake is trying to keep track and seeing what the ones that he ends up having. So that's the only thing that we ended up getting from DC. But we got some Marvel yet. This haul has 3 more books altogether. So it's not too bad, but it's not too crazy either. First off, we're going to start off with Ultimate X-Men Volume 3. I'm working on trying to get the entire X-Men or Ultimate X-Men line. I don't know why I ended up going down that rabbit hole, but I ended up wanting to go. And we have Ultimate Spider-Man. We have all of those. We're getting close to having all of Ultimate X-Men. And Ultimate Fantastic Four, we're slowly working on as well. Wanted to get the entire Ultimate Universe that came over with that. And I was on the fence about stopping with the Fantastic Four, but that also has the maker and explains the maker. So guess what? I guess we're going with Fantastic Four as well. We have the House of M. Omnibus in the collection, and I found a screaming deal of Decimation, which would be the next level of that. There's also the Mosaic Complex that's coming in the Omnibus form, and this happens in between those two. So I wanted to end up having a complete story that goes along with it. So that's why we ended up picking up this guy. Now, our final book is not going to become a shocker from anyone because obviously we like to collect Spider-Man. So we ended up getting Brand New Day, Volume 2 of Spider-Man and the direct market cover. As soon as I saw this direct market cover, I had to have it. This is what I wanted to make sure. So I ended up putting an order like pretty much as soon as it got announced for the FOC. So I ended up picking this guy up. I'm working on collecting a good chunk of Spider-Man. I'm not going to say I'm going to collect all of Spider-Man because I was not a fan of the Zeb Wells run. So I may end up just jumping off at that point and jumping back on to a point that I ended up liking it. Big thing is that if you're collecting, don't collect just to collect. Collect what you like and stuff that you're going to end up going down. Obviously, I haven't read all these books, but this is stuff that I would always be interested into reading. So, with that said, that covers the haul that I have for an entire month of January. We ended up picking up some good bangers. We ended up picking up some of the biggest books. We ended up having a bunch of Kickstarters coming through. And we ended up getting my most anticipated book, of last year, this year. Because I am super excited. I'm loving the entire Thundercats book. And that's something I'm going to end up breaking down. That's why we're going to go so in depth with it. Where we're going to have actually 2 videos covering it. We're going to have a review video and a geeking out video, a deep dive video. I still haven't figured it out where I'm going to end up breaking that into. If you like this content or if you like any other content that deals with comic books or anything like that, give us a follow and go over, put down in the comments down below of what book that you think that was the best haul to pick up. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you later.